Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope you guys are all doing well. I want to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Taurus out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating, Taurus, you get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that is just obviously not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Taurus? Taurus. All right, Taurus, you're starting out with the Two of Pentacles. You have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And coming out together is the Empress reversed along with the Page of Wands in the reverse. All right, so Taurus, I feel like you're in a decision-making phase here. You're kind of weighing up the pros and cons. I do feel like you're kind of reserved. There's something that you feel is not growing. It hasn't reached exactly what it is that you want it to be. You are considering if you should hold on to this or release it. With the Page of Wands here in the reverse, I feel like you're not really relating this to anyone. You're not talking to anyone about this. You're very reserved in your energy here, particularly with somebody that you are considering releasing and letting go. I don't think that you have anybody else in your energy or it's not like you're, nurturing another connection. So I feel like you're just trying to weigh up the pros and cons about releasing a energy here that you feel is not growing. It's not becoming what it could have. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Taurus energy. All right, so we have the Five of Swords in the reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Wands in the reverse. Wow, this person is really trying hard not to have any kind of conflict with you. This is somebody who can get up in their ego. They don't fight fair when they fight, and they are like really concerned because they feel you releasing them. They feel you letting them go. So they're doing everything they possibly can not to create a problem, not to have any kind of a fuss or a fight or an altercation with you. Let me see the energy between Taurus and this person. The Queen of Wands. So sometimes the Queen of Wands can be somebody else, a third party. And this is what's led you to this decision. It's also it's not for everybody that there's a third party here, but for some of you, I do feel like there is. Others of you, you're trying to make a decision on what you should do. But for some of you, absolutely, there's a third party. And this person is denying that. They're trying to act like it's not the case, but I think you don't believe that. Let me see. So you're trying to figure out what you should do. And they are, while they're very focused on this third party, they're trying to avoid any conflict with you. Show me what's affecting the connection. Because they feel you pulling back. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, there's stuck energy here. Things are not being talked about. They're not being discussed. There's a blockage. And this blockage is directly related to this Queen of Wands, which is why you're wanting to release this person, to let this situation go. You feel that it's unstable as a result of this other person. Now, they're worried about this. They're worried about you blocking them. They're worried about the lack of communication coming from you. Let me see the outcome. They have a lack of clarity about what your actions are. What is it you are actually doing? They feel you removing your energy. You're not nurturing this connection the way you may have in the past. You're not talking to this person as much as you did in the past. All right, we have the Fool in reverse. Yeah, that's fear. This person is fearful of having any kind of altercation with you. They're afraid of you finding out if there is another person that is here. With the Fool in reverse, you feel this may have been a false start. You're not nurturing this connection. You're not talking about this with someone else. Some of you could have somebody in mind that you would like to move towards, but I don't feel like you have actually moved towards that person currently. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or possibly a Pisces. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands. This is underlying energy. You may be married to this person or in a long-term connection. Let's clarify. Show me the Two of Pentacles for Taurus. Show me the Two of Pentacles for Taurus. Temperance and the Four of Wands reversed. Now, the underlying energy, it's in the upright. So, yeah, there's an ending. You're considering if you should heal this connection, if it's possible, or if you should end it because of this Queen of Wands. I feel like you also are trying to heal your own energy. You're trying to balance out your feelings and emotions, but you are realizing that there is instability in this connection because of this Queen of Wands. Why is the Four of Pentacles in reverse for Taurus? Hold on. All right, we have the Emperor reversed and we have the Star card. Okay, so you were hoping that you could let your guard down with this person, that you could talk this through, that you could work this out. But with the Emperor in reverse, particularly if you're dealing with an Aries, there's a sense here of you dealing with somebody who is maybe narcissistic or possibly very controlling. And so you have opted instead to release this person. The Emperor in reverse can be somebody who's unfaithful. They're extremely controlling. This is somebody who, doesn't take accountability. So I feel like you feel that this situation with this person has just spun out of control. And at this point, in order to heal, you feel that you have to release this person and let them go. Let me see your bottom energy. Yeah, you feel like this person is completely out of control. And I feel like it's difficult to talk to this person. And here's the thing, Taurus, is that at some point you had so much hope for this connection. I feel like at some point you were extremely nurturing, but this relationship failed to live up to its full potential. Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups reversed. We have Justice in reverse, and we have the Ten of Cups reversed. All right, so there's some sort of a karmic lesson that's taking place here, but I feel like you feel that you have been treated unjustly. You don't really want to talk about it. There were options that were here, and you are now clear about that. You were confused about why this person was behaving the way that they were. You couldn't figure out why things were so unbalanced, why you were feeling, so like this person was not treating you right, why you were so unhappy. And now you've got the clarity that you need. I feel like you're no longer confused, and that's why you've pulled back. You're not nurturing this connection anymore. You're not happy with this person. But you also don't want to jump into anything new because I feel like you don't want to be the person who does the wrong thing either. You don't want to be deceptive. So I feel like your head is on pretty straight here, Taurus, and I feel like you are trying to do the right thing, the best thing you can do in a difficult situation. Let's look at their energy. Show me the Five of Swords in reverse. This person is definitely avoiding any kind of conflict with you. Show me the Five of Swords in reverse. The Hermit and the Nine of Cups reversed. Okay, yeah, so the way this person tries to avoid this conflict is they don't talk. They avoid. This is an avoidant person. They stay up in their head. They think about things. But what are they thinking about? They're selfish. What they're thinking about is this Queen of Wands. So, yeah, they're thinking about this Queen of Wands. They're up in their head. I don't know if this person did something that they didn't like. I can tell you that they don't want to have conflict with that person either. And things with this person hasn't turned out the way they wanted it to. But this person you're dealing with here, with this Emperor reverse, with this Nine of Cups reverse, this person can be a bit selfish, and they know it. They're aware of it. Also be careful, because this person could have either alcohol or drug issues. So I do feel like they're up in their head. They're thinking and thinking. They're trying to figure things out. They're avoiding talking with you, which they think is going to create an avoidance of any kind of conflict. But while they're thinking, they're thinking about this Queen of Wands. Why is this Eight of Swords here? No wonder this person you've pulled back. I can see it. Why is the Eight of Swords here for the person in Taurus energy? Three of Cups reversed. And again, the Eight of Swords. So this person is really in their head. It's almost this obsessive energy. They're unhappy. They're definitely unhappy right now. And I do feel that they are overthinking something here. Let me just pull another card. What is the Eight of Swords here? Why is the Eight of Swords here? Oh, they're overthinking communication. They're overthinking a conversation that needs to be had. Yeah, about their feelings, about unhappiness. So yeah, they're definitely overthinking it. This person's an overthinker. Let me see Five of Wands in the reverse. So there's a conversation they feel that needs to be had, but they've overthought it and they're just avoiding everything. And that's not really leading them where they want. They know that they've clammed up. They haven't been talking. And so it's because they're overthinking. All right, we have the Devil reversed, Capricorn energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Eight of Cups reversed. So here comes this person. Here comes this person trying to basically put things in a better situation, to turn over a new leaf. They want to have this new beginning with you. They're saying that, you know, they've been avoiding conflict, that there is nobody other than you. There is no other, you know, connection that's here that they've started. There's no toxic energy. So they're saying we can like turn this Wheel of Fortune and, you know, bring things back to the way it used to be. Let me see this Queen of Wands. I'm very curious. Why is the Queen of Wands here? You might be dealing with a Virgo. Show me the Queen of Wands between Taurus and this person. The Death card and the Page of Cups. Yeah, this ended because this person brought a new energy in. You feel like this person juggled you, that this person needs to apologize. So you're debating if you should just end it and, you know, move towards possibly somebody new, or if, you know, you should try to heal this connection. But you definitely feel this person owes you an apology. Now, I do feel that this person is still thinking about this Queen of Wands, and the Death card is in reverse. The Queen of Wands is in the upright. So there's unfinished business between your person and this Queen of Wands. Things are not complete there. This person is still in their energy. It's not ended. And they're not letting you know that. They're basically denying that. So this person is not being truthful. Let me see the Eight of Wands reversed. I'm really surprised I haven't seen the Seven of Swords. Okay, so we have the Strength card reversed, Leo energy. We have the Chariot. All right, so what's affecting the connection is that there's a blockage. That blockage is the Queen of Wands, which is going to cause you to move forward. You feel this person is not being loyal. They're not, you know, taking control of the situation, and you have to release them in order for you to heal. So you're moving forward here and possibly blocking this person entirely. In their energy, this person is unhappy. They're overthinking what they need to say to you because they're afraid you're going to block them. but they did it to themselves. Let me see the outcome. Show me the Fool in reverse. You might be dealing with a Cancerian. Show me the Fool in reverse. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Six of Wands. So in your outcome, I do feel like there is going to be conflict here. A lot of conflict. I feel like you're not letting go of the relationship. So this person's coming towards you and they're saying, look, you know, I'm not involved with anyone else. I haven't put you in competition with anyone else. All this toxic behavior that you think is happening, it's not. You know, I've been working on myself. I've been taking, you know, I've been trying to avoid conflict with you. I've been very conscious of everything I've said. And we can work this out. This is a successful relationship. There is no other new beginning. So the conflict is going to be resolved by this person basically gaslighting you. And it's going to work because you're staying in this connection even though you're unhappy. You're still not, you know, coming through and nourishing, or, you know, you're not embracing the connection but you're believing that this person is not engaged with other options, or that they're not doing anything improper. You're kind of not speaking your truth about some things here. And that's because on some level, you feel like you can heal this connection and that you would be able to control the outcome of where this connection moves. So you're reaching a crossroads here, Taurus, where you are going to have to either, you know, release this person and move forward, or you're going to have to listen to what it is that they're saying, whether it's true or not, because this person is gaslighting you. But, you know, everybody needs to do what they feel is right. I'm just reading the energy. You know, you guys do what you feel is correct, what you feel is right. I do see conflict coming. I do see this person gaslighting, and I do see you accepting that. And at the same time, bottom of the deck is that Page of Swords, which tells me that you're going to be looking. You're looking over this person's shoulder. You're trying to discover, are they being deceptive? Are they doing things that they should not do? And this person is afraid of you finding that out. There's things that they're not telling you that they have you blocked from. So I'm going to pull an oracle card, Taurus. We'll see if there's any further information. Right, you have number 33, and this is called Sexual Arts. Okay, I'm using the Heal Yourself reading cards. Sometimes you guys ask. All right, it says, bring more light into your sexuality. Keeping sexuality alive is an art form very few people understand. Are you sexually attracted to your partner every day? Sex energy only occurs where there is sexual polarity. Everyone has both masculine and feminine qualities to gift each other. The only time there is sexual spark is when one person is embodying more of their masculine energy and the other person is embodying more of their feminine energy. The masculine is the unchanging witness, presence, direction, decision-making, trying to bring everything to closure and consciousness itself. The feminine is change, life force, light, flowing movement, Mother Nature, emotions. Do not buy into the myth that sexual attraction eventually dies in long-term relationships. Sexual polarity is an art that takes practice. It can be so subtle and last a lifetime if you are constantly reinventing your gifts and using an open heart. All right. I hope that this has been helpful for you, Taurus. If you've resonated with this reading, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Taurus, know that you are loved, and namaste.